never been a
The
friend.
friend.
Do, 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 do. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Friendship Table. I am Lady K, and this is my beautiful friend,
Khannah.
Yes. And I tell you, this is part 2 of our podcast on the topic of ready to walk down the aisle again. And I tell you, at the end of the last podcast, it was getting hot and juicy. So we had to go.
We have to dedicate this part to a new podcast. And let me say, this is for a mature audience only. So please don't let your children listen to this one. Because we're about to get real. Pull your chair, baby. Because we're about to pour some tea. Yes.
Really, really real. Really real. Oh, my goodness. So I want to ask you, my dear friend, I have this question. I know that there are some deal breakers for you, as you stated in the last podcast, that you, during your courtship, you would like to sit down and have some honest, real life conversations with your friend and just deal with marriage from a reality point of view, relationship, money, finances, the bedroom sex. You want to have a honest conversation.
Sure do.
And I respect that. And I think that when anyone can have honest reality-based conversations and not get mad or offended, but say, hey, we grown folks. It's okay to have honest conversations about real life. So my question to you is, okay, you're with your friend, y'all courting, and you all are sitting down having a conversation about expectations of what you're looking for in marriage. Now, my question to you is, I'm sure you have several deal breakers where you would say, okay, no, thank you. You know, this is not going to work for me. What would you say would be your number one deal breaker where you would say, no, this is not going to work for me? You know, nice knowing you, but bye-bye.
I already know the answer to that. My number one deal breaker is I have to be honest, is intimacy. Intimacy is very, very important to me because that feeds my womanhood. And if my womanhood is not being fed, she's going to starve, meaning that she's going to be happy. So that's mean we're going to have like a straight up conversation. What you like, what I don't like, what I would do, what I won't do, because I don't want to be married to you and find out that, you like, sticking toys places. I don't do toys.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Now, when you say intimacy, hold on. My first thought was, sometimes kissing or hugging is intimacy. So in this particular, when you say intimacy, are you referencing sexual intimacy?
The whole thing. Yes, ma'am. The whole aspect of it. And we got to be real. I got to know what you like, what you don't like. So I could tell you, maybe I don't do that. I'm not, I don't do that.
No surprises.
People that get married and find out after they get married and end up in the hospital somewhere because you stick a toy up there and can't get no, I don't want no toy. I want you. I want you to be my toy. Okay. I want no other object. I want the real deal, baby. I waited all these years and you think I'm going to use an object? What? I didn't put 20 years on ice for an object. Let's be real. Finally now, I could just be with someone that really care, love, and have a real relationship. And you tell me I'm going to put a child, don't you come over here with that toy. Don't you even try it. Not here. And I need to know that up front because we're not going to do that. Because if that's a deal breaker for me, yes.
That's a number one deal breaker for you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I need the whole you and you need the whole me. That's it. We the toy. All right. Ain't no object up in here and go satisfy me. To what? I sat here for 20 years for what? For an object? No. Mm-mm.
Well, see, and this is what is so informative. Even
Mm-hmm.
though I'm laughing because we don't talk straight, honest talk about areas of life like that dealing
Mm-hmm.
with sexual intimacy. So I'm laughing only because of the way your voice tone is expressing your truth. But
Mm-hmm.
in reality, it is very healthy if you're courting and looking to marry. It's very healthy to
Yes,
talk
you got to be honest.
directly
I'm not going
about.
to use a word. Even I'm going to when we say intimacy, just like you did, I need to define what does intimacy means to me and what does intimacy means to you. We need to
Yes,
define it. We need to have specific word. That's why my tone changed. I need to know that you know what I'm saying. I need to make sure that you understand clearly. Clearly, there's no, I thought you meant, now I thought you meant nothing. I need you to know, and I need to know. We have to put that part very clearly on the table.
yes.
What, right? There's people that I see that get married, and all of a sudden that they want to add another person into the marriage. They want to do, what do you call that? I don't even know the name of triplet. What do you call that? They add another person into the marriage. I don't know what you call that.
It's a trio, 3 people as opposed to just 2.
Yes. Oh, there's some people that even want to do sister wives and man, I need to know that in the beginning if that's your taste. Because if that's your taste, where my purse at? Let me call her Uber. I'll talk to you later. You have a nice night, sir. And I'm not going to judge if that's what you want.
Exactly.
That's your DNA, but it's not my DNA.
It's not your
And
DNA.
I'm not going to alter my DNA neither just to get a man. That devil. That ain't nothing but the devil. You're not over here. I'm not going to alter who I am, my DNA. No. What for what? Ain't no desperate. I'm not desperate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm not thirsty.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
I'm hearing you.
You know the difference when you drink water, it's because you're thirsty. But when you have a glass of wine, it's not because you're thirsty.
Right.
Yeah, you can let that sink in for a minute.
Right.
When somebody have a glass of wine, they're enjoying their wine. They enjoy one another, not because they're thirsty. They're enjoying something that is beautiful, that tastes good, that I want to have a glass of wine. But when I'm thirsty, I drink water. Right. So I'm not thirsty. So I'm not desperate. So if anything goes, no, anything don't go. No, you need to know.
I love hearing this.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you want. And if you're not going to get what you want, then you're not afraid to say, okay, well, all right, we'll see you later, and can walk on out the door, and it's okay. It's like, hey, it's okay, you good, okay, that's good to have that type of confidence and self-love to know exactly what you want. Okay, you can't give me $100, no problem, I'll go someplace else and get $100. Or you can't give me fish, I want fish, or I want chicken.
But that's what you do in a restaurant, right? You can't go to McDonald's and ask for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right.
What you do? They said this is all we serve. You have to go to a different restaurant that serve what you like. That's all. And you let the waitress know, thank you so much, but I am going to go someplace else. And I'm mature enough to tell you the truth and not ghost you. Right. That's the thing people don't do. They ghost you with my child. No, I'm going to be honest with you and let you know that I'm not going to judge you. I want you to get the woman that will do what you like, that will accept that. And right. I'm not the one, and there's no need to force it. Isn't that old song like that? Right. Don't fit, don't force it, let it go.
Right.
That will be one of those times. We're not going to force that because you deserve what you want, and I deserve what I want. So
that's it. That's it right there. The word deserve.
Exactly.
You deserve what you want. I deserve what I want.
Exactly.
That is it. at the end of the day. You both
Exactly.
deserve what you want, and it's no problem. We it's okay, peacefully and gracefully.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not honest with it, and I believe that's the reason why, especially in the church, you have infidelity, because there's a lack of honesty and transparency when it comes to relationship. We're not honest with each other. We just marry each other, and then somebody, and I don't do that, I don't like that, I don't, and then somebody leave the marriage. They start because you don't like this. No, you should have found that out before. You should have
In the
found that out. This
beginning.
is what they exactly. Especially if you're not, this is not your first marriage. Now you're supposed to be
Right,
an
right,
expert to know what you want by now.
right. That's a very good point.
You know,
Yeah,
it's not your first rodeo. So
right,
you can't say, well, I ain't know. Well, the first one you probably didn't know, but the second one you should know.
right.
You should
That's
know
a
what you
very good
want.
point.
You should know what what you know exactly. And I don't want, you know, to go into a relationship or a marriage where I like a man that's romantic, but that is also something. There's some things you could teach each other, right? You
Good
could
point.
teach exactly. You could teach each other some things that you're willing to learn, but there are some things that you desire and the person don't desire. You can't teach them that. Right,
Mhm.
but you got
That's
to, and don't lie to yourself. I'll learn it just to get you.
mm,
No, no, it just, I'm not going to learn to have somebody else in the marriage. There are some people that just not satisfied and they feel like, well, I want to put spice in the marriage and bring somebody else. Nobody is going to get in that bed but me and you. Okay. The door is not, it's not a, it's not a door that's open for company. Okay, we can. The bed is undefiled. That is a private, and that's the reason why I disagree with how sometimes the church tell people, married couple, what they should do, what they shouldn't do in the bedroom. That is a private conversation between the husband and the wife. It have nothing to do with the preacher. It have nothing to do with the church. It's not something that you publicize. It is private. That's the reason why there's a door in your bedroom. Shut the door. It is a private place, a private conversation. And nobody, including your leader, your pastor, have no business coming in your bedroom, looking through your window and tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do to satisfy your husband or your wife. They have no right, no authority to do that. You are illegal. You are an intruder. And somebody need to throw water in your face and get you out of my bedroom.
out of the bedroom.
Okay, you can't, you have no say so in there. You have no authority to tell me what I can and cannot do with my husband.
That's
Right?
between the two of you.
Exactly. This is a private conversation. So no third party is allowed. No fourth, fifth parties allowed. There ain't no second, third. Why talking about the Bible? In the Bible they marry. You go back in the Bible day and do that. But that not this sister here. You know, but you have to marry somebody that think like you. If they feel like, yeah, I believe in 2 3, I could be a sister wife and also there's some women that do that. And if that's you, okay, wonderful. But that's not me. And you can't make me become what you like. You can't do that. Just find you somebody that likes sister wives. That'll find you somebody that like that. There's some women that have two husbands and like what? That's not my cup of tea. That's
Not
not my cup of tea. I don't share. I don't like sharing my man. I'm not sharing that. I don't even share my food. Get your own food, right? So,
well, I think that is such good words of wisdom of anyone who's looking to marry to automatically have a list of deal breakers. You
exactly.
know, that is so important because at the end of the day, you're coming together so that you can be happy and make each other happy.
Exactly.
And you're sharing with each other what you like, what you don't like, this and that. You're being honest and open. Hey, when it comes to Intimacy, this is what I like. When it comes to traveling, this is what I like. Whatever it is, you're sharing all that information. And that's what courtship is all about, getting to know each other, likes and dislikes, and then able to say, oh, okay, I don't think I can meet those expectations. And you peacefully, gracefully say, okay, well, we can still be friends. Give me a call sometime. You know,
Exactly.
it's healthy. That's
nobody
healthy.
don't have to be mad. Nobody don't have to be offended, because we are in the process. And it's something that you said that also brought back to my memory. Sometimes what we call deal breakers are not really deal breakers. You got to be realistic with your deal breakers. You can't call everything a deal breaker. If you don't do this, that's a deal breaker. If you don't do that, that's a deal breaker.
True.
You got to be realistic with it, because there's some people having in a conversation because your views are different. Well, that's a deal breaker. What? My views are not supposed to be the same as yours. We complement each other's views, and sometimes it's not the same. I may see this subject or this particular issue in a whole different manner, right? And you see it different. That's not a deal breaker.
Right.
So we have to be able to be realistic with the deal breaker.
Exactly. And that's a very, very good point. You're not talking about a deal breaker. Oh, I don't like macaroni and cheese and you like corn.
Yeah.
Those are small, minor things that you can make adjustment with. But
exactly,
you're talking about major life, major relationship.
Exactly. And those are adjustment, willing to adjust, making some adjustment places. So as I said before, you got to be able to make a decision between adjustment and compromise. You got to come to terms to that and take a good look at yourself and see you being stubborn. Because a lot of people at a certain stage of life, they are so stubborn. They're stuck in their ways and they're not moving. What happened, that's what some marriage happened. You grow out of each other because nobody respect each other to allow each other to grow. And because you stump the person, no, you're not the person I married. You're not still supposed to be the same person I married. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to grow. We have to give each other room to grow. We have to give each other room to evolve. And if you don't do that, that's what happens to we grow apart. We're supposed to be growing together. It's not going to be the same, but give each other room to breathe. That's what I look for. Room to breathe, room to spread my wings without being intimidated, without feeling like I'm not. No, you spread your wings, I spread my wings, and we can still fly in the same direction.
Yes. Still, yes.
So allow each other to evolve and to grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I love a man that is romantic. I love the romance. I love it. I think.
Give me an example. Romance, a romantic night.
Well, stuff I could say.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. The stuff that you can say, or just romantic in general.
Romantic while courting. That's a difference from romantic while you're married.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I would love for him to pick the restaurant. I would love for him to pick places for him to take me instead of me. I have to do the work because see, it depends on the type of woman that you have. Because I am a leader and I am a CEO, I'm always making decisions. So when it comes to my personal life, I want a man that's going to make that decision. Right? Because I'm already doing that all day. So to me, it's a romantic thing to have for him to make a decision to say, okay, we're going to go this place. And he already set it up and just take me on a flight and go to, breakfast in Paris. I'm just exaggerating a little bit. But something is say, let's go shopping. Something that finding out what I like.
Yes.
And finding out what's my favorite color. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give me something that that I would love. So I don't want to give it all the way because I want him to go through the journey of getting to know me.
Yes.
I don't tell me God told you. No, God ain't gonna tell you nothing. You need to do the work and find out yourself.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so
And yes.
do the work and find out what I like in conversation. I love communication. I love for a man to turn my mind on. Oh
Oh.
my God, that just a turn on for me. If you could turn on my mind and yeah, I mean, just oh,
And
you
when you say turn on your mind, you mean
in
like
conversation,
conversation.
in maturity, real conversation, not little children. You get mad, you get offended. I ain't that here, that. Even an argument, honey. Give me a good argument. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Mm-hmm.
insult my intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie. But to give me, I have this attorney personality, so I love to put the evidence to the table. I love
Okay.
to, just I mean, just make it good enough that I feel intelligent. Don't insult my intelligence by saying something so stupid and thinking I'm gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So woo my mind before
Yes.
you go into my heart, right? That's the
Right.
Yeah, that's more
Very
valuable to me.
good.
Yeah, that's more valuable because you could sit there and manipulate my heart. But no, if that's mean you showing honor and respect to my intelligence, and that means a lot to me.
That means a lot.
Yeah,
That means a
that you
lot.
respect my intelligence,
Wow.
honor my intelligence. That means a lot. So I could sit there and have a conversation all night long. Good conversation. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean we have to agree on everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
we
But
could
just a good
listening to each other's
conversation.
views, each other's perspective.
Mm.
Right? Don't just why you don't think. No, let's bring maturity in this. I
Yes.
love that. So yeah,
That's key. Maturity.
yeah,
Just maturity. And I want to say I did not know up until this moment in time. I knew that you were very wise in relationships, given your background and everything that you do, even being a wedding officiant and a marriage counselor. I knew that you were wise, but what I realized tonight is that you are definitely ready for courtship. You are. You are. I give you a plus plus.
I passed the
Yes,
test.
you passed the test. I
Thank
mean,
you,
A
thank you,
plus
thank you.
plus. You are on point. You are so ready for courtship and marriage. And the key takeaway for me is that you value communication,
Yeah,
honest communication.
yes,
Let's talk. And you want to talk about the good stuff and the uncomfortable stuff. But
yeah,
what we mean by uncomfortable, we're talking about grown folk maturity stuff.
yes, yes.
And I mean, to be able to just talk open maturity talk about grown folk stuff in
Exactly.
general,
Yes.
that is so healthy
Mm-hmm.
mentally and emotionally when
Mm-hmm.
you can talk honesty
Mm-hmm.
and you're understanding, you're not offended, you're like, oh, okay, that's how you feel about that. Oh, okay, all right, you
Mm-hmm.
can have a
Even
different
if I'm wrong, I want you to tell me and show me I'm wrong. And if I understand, okay, I see where I'm wrong, I'd apologize. But all the yelling and screaming and cussing is not my DNA.
yeah, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
not gonna work for me. And insulting and
Mm-hmm,
bullying is not my DNA. But if I'm
mm-hmm,
wrong, bring it up to me. Show me where I'm wrong. I don't mind you show me.
mm-hmm.
But if I feel like I'm not wrong, allow me to stand on what I believe as well. And
Exactly.
we could always agree to disagree.
Always, that's how you close it. That's it right there.
Let's
That
agree
is
to
one of
disagree.
my favorite
Mhm.
principles. It's okay to agree and disagree.
You
That's
don't make me
okay.
like you. Exactly. Don't make me like you. Don't make me think like you. Don't make me view like you. We need to respect each other's view that is different. We have different colors. We come together and blend together in harmony and complement each other. But I'm not going to be you. When you look at me, you're not looking in the mirror. You're
Right.
looking up probably something the opposite. But
Mhm.
how can we make it work and get along? How can we take these two opposite as two different views, two different perspectives? How can we together decide that we're going to put it together and make it work?
Yes.
but it
That
has to be something that we do together. It can't be
together.
like, well, you know, you gotta want to, I gotta want to, and we both have to decide what are we gonna do to still put it together.
Yes.
So yeah, and all of that come out of my growth, right? I'm not
Yes.
gonna run. I don't want you to run. Let's you say, let's deal with the hard thing, right?
Yes.
This running, I don't want you talk, you don't talk. Communication, I'm telling you, lack of it brings death. It kills the relationship, it kills the intimacy, it killed the desire. I remember there was this guy I was talking to, and he wouldn't even answer text. He wouldn't, you know what? The whole desire even don't even want to talk to him. All of it just it just because
Wow.
of lack of communication. You don't
Wow.
communicate. And when there's no communication, death take place. If it's death of
Wow.
relationship, death of intimacy, because you don't talk.
Wow.
I
That's
need to hear you. And I tell that to couples. I said, when we communicate, we feeding each other. I'm
mm,
feeding off of your words and you feeding off of mine. So we starve each other when we don't talk. And what happened if even if a plant you starve, you don't give it water, it dry up and die.
mm.
So when you don't talk, it something is dying.
Yes.
You got to communicate, whether you don't, even if it's sometime I'm not ready to talk now, but make sure you're gonna come back and say, okay, now I'm ready.
Absolutely. That is
This is
100%
not a good
true.
time yet for me to talk.
This
I don't want to say something I'd be sorry for. I'm angry. I'm hurt. Give me a moment. And you
now
come
that
back
type of
again.
honesty. Yeah.
You
Being able to respect someone when they say that, you know what, I'm angry. Not be offended because I said I'm angry, but just say, okay, I could be honest enough to say I'm angry, or I really don't want to talk about it right now. We're going to talk about it later. That's giving respect
because
to
you don't want, I don't want to offend you. If I choose you to walk life with me, I have to respect the choice that I made. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to offend you. So I'd rather reframe and say, let me calm myself. So when I talk to you, I'm not going to use words to hurt you. I'm not going to use words to offend you or to demolish you. I don't want to do that.
exactly.
So give me a minute to put my wisdom hat together and get myself together. And then we're going to come back and have this conversation. And then we're going to listen to each other. That's
Exactly.
one of the things that I say
Exactly.
when I marry people. Create the art of listening. You
Wow.
have to create the art of listening. Really hear, not hearing to answer, but hearing to understand.
Wow.
That's the big thing. And be honest and
Wow.
say, I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay, let me see if I could explain it this way.
Wow.
Bring clarity to the table. Bring understanding to the table. Put
Eh,
communication to the table. You said without those things, your relationship is not going to work.
right. That
And,
is so important.
and you can't just tell people, bring me the truth. You got to be able to handle the truth.
Yes, you
Don't
got to
just
be
tell me,
able
tell me
to
the truth.
handle it.
Tell me anyway. No,
It-
can you handle the truth? You
yes,
got to
that's
be
true.
able to handle the truth.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. That's very
Mhm,
true.
mhm.
You
So
know,
I love this conversation. I'm enjoying myself.
this was great. This
Yeah.
was absolutely great. I give you a plus plus. You are ready. And hey, wherever you are, if you're listening to this podcast, Mister, here it is, the real deal. And she is going to give you the solid truth.
I can't believe this turned out to be a date app or something. Now you
Yes, yes. Yes, she is the real deal. She is ready. I
Oh my
mean,
God.
mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in every area, she
You
is
are
ready.
you are selling me for real.
Yes, I was taking an assessment here. I'm like, she is ready. This is what I'm thinking. My mind is just rock. I'm like, I didn't know you was this ready.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are you ready,
Yes,
honey.
ma'am.
And
It took years to get where I am today. It took a long time.
I'm
We're
glad you
talking
said
about
that.
yeah, years of working, years of just sit at the feet of Yeshua, years of
Wow.
doing the work. And the work that I've done is to be ready. Then there's another layer of work once he gets here.
Right.
Then I have to mentally be ready for that.
Yes.
Because there's certain things that I can't do unless he's in the picture. Certain things I may not could recognize until he get in the picture. Like, oh, I didn't know. Okay, I need to deal with that. Oh, I need to change that. Oh, so that's another layer.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yes. How's our time?
We out of time now. This was good.
This was awesome. This was awesome. This friendship table conversation part 2 is just awesome, awesome, awesome. Real life and the topic coming from my dear friend was just on point. Very, very wise words of wisdom and encouragement.
Amen. Amen. That's the truth. And then we're not going to do a part 3, but we really need to keep going in this because I believe it's going to help a lot of women, especially in this stage, especially entrepreneurs. You're an entrepreneur. There's a lot of entrepreneur women that feels like, well, there's no man out there for me, and feel like maybe I need to compromise to get a husband. And we need to continue that conversation. And if you have any question or any subject in that area you want us to touch in, please say it on the comment. We'll be more than happy to as I'm being vulnerable and telling the truth of
Yes.
myself. Oh my God.
So proud of you.
But thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. So I want to be able to use that to help somebody else. So I shared all of that, not just to say, well, I'm available, but I want to be able to help another woman out there
Yes.
that may be in the same stage, in the same place, or don't know how to get to this stage, and use this to help you get to this stage. So, and especially believers,
Yes.
honesty. That's your number one thing. Honesty, vulnerability, honesty. Lay it on the table and have a special conversation just for that.
Yes.
About what you want, what you don't want, what you do, what you won't do. Make sure your womanhood is happy, not the spiritual you. He go to church, he paid tithe, all this stuff. No, you need the womanhood to come out. What does the woman want? That's a good question to ask yourself.
Very
What
good
does the
question.
woman want? Even as a man, what does the man want?
What does the man
Answer,
want?
exactly. You want a wife that's going to satisfy the man, not the preacher, not the teacher, not the whoever spiritual person. You need a woman that's going to satisfy the man, and then the man to satisfy the woman, because that's what I want. My womanhood this time is going to be satisfied.
All right. Yes.
Hello. Hello.
You are ready. Yes.
So thank y'all. Thank you for joining us. We just, as you could see, Karol and I just had a good time in this subject. Just had
Yes.
a good time. So
Yes.
we appreciate you. Thank you. Don't forget to share this with your friends, your family, and your social media friends. Somebody needs to hear this wisdom. Somebody needs to hear all of this for them
Yes.
to use this as a guide and how to go through transformation and be ready for that king.
Yes, for that king or queen.
Oh, queen for the man.
Yes.
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 Yes. So thank you for joining us, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend. Mwah.